Hello everyone. On behalf of Department of Collegiate and Technical Education, I welcome all of you for the course Mechanical Science and Engineering for first semester Diploma in Automobile Engineering program. 10th session, first unit, Engineering Materials and their properties. In this session, we will discuss these four contents. First content, heat treatment. Second content, aim of heat treatment. Third content, heat treatment techniques. And fourth content, annealing. Heat treatment. Heat treatment is defined as an operation or combination of different operations involving the heating and cooling of a metal in the solid state for the purpose of obtaining certain required structure and desirable properties suitable for the particular applications. Heat treatment process is a series of operations involving the heating and cooling of metals in the solid state. Its purpose is to change a mechanical property so that the metal will be more useful, serviceable and safe for definite purpose. By heat treating, a metal can be made harder, stronger and more resistant to impact. Heat treatment can also make a metal softer and more ductile. Heat treatment normally involves the heating or cooling of metal, normally to extreme temperature, to achieve a desired result such as hardening or softening of a material. Heat treatment process variables are temperature, heating rate, holding time, cooling rate and furnace atmosphere. Normally, heat treatment process depends on these variables. The main objective of the heat treatment is the heating and cooling of a solid metal to obtain specific properties. It may be physical, electrical, mechanical or magnetic. Aim of heat treatment. The aim of heat treatment is to achieve one or more objects. First one is to improve machinability, to relieve the stresses set up in the material after hot or cold working in order to improve machinability. Second one, to improve mechanical properties like tensile strength, hardness, ductility, etc. Third one, to modify the structure of the material to improve its electrical and magnetic properties. Fourth, to increase the qualities of a metal to provide better resistance to heat, corrosion and wear. Fifth, to change grain size. Heat treatment techniques. The different heat treatment techniques are: first one annealing, second one normalizing, third one periodizing, fourth one hardening, fifth one tempering, sixth one case hardening or surface hardening. Again, this case hardening or surface hardening techniques are carburizing, nitriding, cyaniding, induction hardening and flame hardening. Annealing consists of heating of steel parts to a temperature at or near the critical temperature, hold it at that temperature for a suitable time or for a certain time and allowed to cool slowly in the furnace itself. The steel parts produced by mechanical operation process such as casting, rolling, drawing, extruding, etc. develop internal stresses and change their internal structure. This renders them hard and brittle. Annealing is carried out for such parts to remove the internal stresses and make them more ductile and less brittle. Annealing is the process of softening of hard metal by heating to a high temperature followed by slow cooling. Normally, annealing process involves heating the material at the predetermined temperature, holding the material at that temperature for certain time, very slow cooling the material to the room temperature. The main objects of annealing are to soften the steel so that it may be easily machined or cold worked. Second, to relieve internal stresses which have been caused by cold working of the metal. Third, to refine the grain size and structure to improve mechanical properties like strength and ductility. Fourth, to remove gases trapped in the metal during initial casting. Fifth, to alter electrical, magnetic or other physical properties. The annealing process classified into two types. First one is full annealing, second one is process annealing. Full annealing. The purpose of the full annealing is to soften the metal, to refine the grain structure, to relieve the stresses and to remove trapped gases in the metal. The full annealing process consists of heating the steel from 30 to 50 degrees Celsius above the upper critical temperature, that is above more than 900 degrees Celsius, and by the same temperature above the lower critical temperature, that is about 723 degrees Celsius for hypereuthoid steels. Holding it at this temperature for some time to enable the internal changes to take place. The time allowed is approximately 3 to 4 minutes for each millimeter of thickness of the metal largest section, and finally allowing it to cool down slowly in the furnace or dipped in ashes. When the steel is heated 30 to 50 degrees Celsius above its critical temperature and maintained at that temperature for a period of time, then internal changes take place in the steel and it is converted into acetonite. Then after, when slow cooling is done, it transfers acetonite to soft perlite mixed with ferrite and cementite, depending upon the carbon percentage of the steel. If the carbon percentage is less than 0.8%, then acetonite will convert into ferrite and perlite on slow cooling. If the carbon percentage is more than 0.8%, acetonite will be converted into cementite and perlite on slow cooling. Slow cooling after high temperature makes the structure as well grains to refine, the stresses to relieve, and the trapped gases to escape. Second annealing is the process annealing. The process annealing is used for relieving the internal stresses previously set up in the metal and for increasing the machinability of the steel. In this process annealing, steel is heated to a temperature below or close to the lower critical temperature, held at this temperature for some time and then cooled slowly. This causes complete recrystallization in steels which have been severely cold worked and a new grain structure is formed. The process annealing is commonly used in the sheet and wire industries. Thank you.